The last night at Whitlock Hill. Whitlock Hill was one of those places everyone talked about, but no one dared visit. It had been abandoned for years, save for the occasional urban explorer looking for thrills. But tonight, Jenna didn't have the luxury of curiosity. She had a job to do. The wind howled through the skeletal trees as she trudged up the worn path, the heavy toolbox weighing her down. The radio station on Main Street had hired her to fix their transmitter, which, for some reason, sat atop this forsaken hill. The locals whispered about Whitlock, saying the hill had a life of its own. Things happen up there, they warned. Jenna, ever the skeptic, brushed off their warnings as folklore. When she reached the top, the transmitter tower loomed in the fog, tall and rusted, with faint static crackling through the wind. She set down her toolbox and got to work, twisting wires and checking connections. But something felt wrong. Too quiet, too still. As Jenna glanced up, she saw movement from the corner of her eye. A figure, shadowy and formless, glided between the trees. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest. Just the fog, she muttered, but deep down, she knew it wasn't. The figure appeared again, closer this time. A low, guttural whisper echoed through the trees. Leave. Jenna's breath quickened. Her hands fumbled with the wires, but they wouldn't connect. The whisper came again, louder, more insistent. Leave now. Ignoring her racing pulse, she kept working, refusing to let some ghost story scare her off. But the figure didn't retreat. It loomed, standing just beyond the reach of the transmitter's dim light. Suddenly, the radio in her toolbox blared to life, broadcasting static. Through the garbled noise, her voice spoke. You shouldn't be here. Jenna stumbled back, knocking over the toolbox. She stared at the radio, unable to breathe. This isn't real, she told herself. But the shadow stepped closer, and this time it wasn't alone.